everybody, and welcome to a new video and a new week at Oxford. So this morning I was doing some laundry because I had to return sheets to Anika that I borrowed for when Gaia was here last weekend. And I've just been working on some stuff at home in the meantime. Basically, for most PhD applications, you need to submit at least one sample of written work, which is typically between like 15 to 20 pages. But I think the thing that I've written that probably best represents what I would like to work on in the future is my dissertation from last year. And that bitch is like 50 plus pages long. So I'm trying to cut it down to like 18. And it's quite painful to be making those reductions, and I don't like it at all. But that is my life today. And also working on my Beowulf essay. So today, this vlog is probably going to be a lot of like study days and time spent in the library. But now that I've done my laundry, I would like to get out of this room, and I'm going to go, I think, to the MCR. And if I'm not getting much done there, I'll maybe just go to the Pembroke Library today. So yeah, let's get to it. Hi guys, so I'm back home now. So I worked for quite a while in the MCR and I got my essay cut down. It was so painful because, you know, I didn't submit that long ago. I submitted it early August, so you spend so long working on it and then you just have to absolutely butcher it. But I think it's okay. I sent some stuff to one of my previous supervisor that supervised me on that project. Because he told me I could send him like an updated statement, my CV, and he could like give some more feedback on it. So I also sent that. I was like, you don't have to read the entire thing because like you've read this so many times, but just to see if I'd like structured the sort of like, because basically I would kind of just cut out bits and then put in like square brackets a brief description of like what I'd cut out. Just so that the flow of the piece still makes sense. So like if I kept something in a section that maybe is referencing something that I mentioned before, they still get like what I talked about earlier, even if the bulk of the text isn't still there. So I did that, and then I did like some reading stuff for my Beowulf essay, which I'm taking a break now, and then tonight I want to do a bit more on that, so finish up a couple things and, you know, figuring out. So in my class this week on Wednesday, we're each giving like short presentations on our essay topics. So figuring out kind of the structure of that and like what I totally want to focus in on. So yeah, that is what I am doing now. Morning guys, so as you will have seen from the last clip, it is snowing, so that's interesting. It looks real wet. Eloise is very excited. She had been looking at the forecast and it was supposed to snow, so she was quite jealous because she's in London. But I sent her a photo this morning and then she looked out of her hotel window and it was snowing, so I think she said all of her family was so excited and went outside because obviously they're Australian. So yeah, I think I'm less excited than she is, but, you know, last year there was like one day in Hillary term where I think it did snow a bit, but like it didn't stick to the ground at all. But this is actually sticking, so people say that the city like shuts down when it snows, so I'm very curious what the vibe's gonna be. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm curious. It won't freeze probably because I don't think it's cold enough to do that. So it shouldn't be too icy at least, but yeah. But yeah, yesterday I did find, I think, some good resources for my paper on Beowulf. So that was good. What else did I do? Nothing. Oh, me and Anika got this very tricky pickle jar open that I couldn't open, but then I was very sad because they turned out to be sweet pickles. So how lame. But anyway, I have my paleography class this morning, and I think that's really it, like, scheduled for the day. And there's the Medieval English research seminar after class, so I'll probably go to that again, and then just cranking out this paper / presentation for tomorrow. So yeah, gonna be a busy working kind of day. Hi guys, so yesterday I didn't really film anything because really after my class I just came back here and was typing away on my computer. So there just wasn't really anything to show, and honestly today's kind of just gonna be more of the same because I'm working on my like essay draft / presentation, which I'm giving like, it's a presentation but it's like 5 to 10 minutes in class, and it's just kind of like, this is what I will be exploring for my essay. But yeah, so I have that in the evening today. But other than that, I picked up many copies of Beowulf. So I had Beowulf, a student edition, and then Beowulf translated by R.M. Liuza, because these were two that my professor had recommended as being good to like work with the Old English, because like this one she said is a pretty she said conservative translation, in that the other one that we read for class uses quite like classical language. Like this one is maybe more, if not like a direct translation, it's easier to see like where the words in the translation came from for the words in the Old English, if that makes sense, so that like in my essay I can quote the Old English along with this, because I don't speak Old English fluently. And then same with this one, she says it's just quite readable. And then I also got Maria Devon Headley's translation of Beowulf, which this is quite new, and probably it's the first time I think a woman has published a full translation of Beowulf, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, she's also written like a sort of dystopian adaptation of Beowulf. I think it's called The Merewife. Oh yeah, and she co-edits Unnatural Creatures. She co-edited Unnatural Creatures with Neil Gaiman. But yeah, this is interesting. People talk about it. I think the main thing that people kind of talk about with this translation is that she feminizes the dragon at the end. So a lot of translations use kind of like ungendered language about the dragon that Beowulf fights and kills him in the like last episode of the poem. And she explicitly makes her female. So yeah, changing how that's read. So I kind of wanted to look at, in the last part of my essay, sort of like contemporary adaptation and also sort of like contemporary preoccupations with the representation of women within the poem, because there aren't a lot of women and they're not around that much, and there's sort of like been ongoing discussions about how critical they actually are to the culture and what role they play as sort of like peace weavers and as political influences. So yeah, that's kind of like the chief focus of this. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna head to the English faculty now and continue to work before my translation class. Hello, I'm back. Eloise and I have gone for a cheeky Nando's because I'm not about to cook for both of us.
I've invited myself to stay.
Yes.
Again.
And I've accepted.
Yes.
Jet lag.
Yeah. Is this a video?
Yeah.
Hi, live!
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nika. Happy birthday to you.
Hip hip.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Wow.
Yay! So this morning, Eloise and I are going to go try on clothes at And Other Stories to, prepare for Black Friday.
Research.
Exactly. Market research. But then I'm going to go to a library and work on my essay while Eloise comes back and
Does nothing
and doesn't talk to anybody all day because she's been having too much socializing. Yeah, and that's literally it. So it's gonna be very chill. arrived early for my Old English class. I'm going to do a bit of more work here before class starts. But I went to the cafe to meet actually an undergrad at Pembroke who's looking at kind of trying to decide between like MSD, MPhil in medieval studies, or she's doing like an English undergrad, so also looking at like the English course, but she's really interested in interdisciplinary stuff, so looking at my course. So yeah, just kind of met with her to like talk about my experience on the course, which was cool to get to talk about it, and actually like I learned more about how the process of the undergrad works here, which sounds interesting. So yeah, now I just have my Old English class and then meeting up with Eloise for dinner again. I think she's gonna cook me some salmon, which will be really nice. And then more essay stuff tonight. Hi guys, so it is the next day now, it's Friday today. So Eloise left basically in the middle of the night. She left at like 2:30 to catch her bus because the bus into the city takes like 2.5 hours, so she had to catch the bus and her flight left at 8:30, and I think that they recommended you get there like 3 to 4 hours ahead of time. So she had to go there, then she had to like go to a different terminal and then catch a transfer to her terminal. So it was a whole thing, but she's on her way back to Australia now. She was very excited to be going home, but I'm alone once again. I've just been working on my essay this morning. I'm just battling Beowulf right now, but I'm about to go show Anika and her sister who's visiting around Rhodes House because they wanted to go see it, and they need me to take them in, so I'm gonna go meet up with them and do that. And then probably just back here for more essay. I have a couple of meetings talking to profs from different universities for applications this afternoon, and then we have the rave bop this evening. So once the essay draft has been submitted by this afternoon, the weekend will, well, it won't be free because I'm planning on like doing a bunch more other things, but it will be less of a deadline. Hello guys. So my apologies for not really recording anything today. But apart from showing Anika and her sister around Rhodes House, I was just here. But I kind of got done all of the things that I needed to get done immediately, so that's a win. I've got a few things that I really want to finish over the weekend though, so I think it's going to be a busy weekend. But it's okay because no one's going to be around anyway, because Anika's sister is visiting, so they're going into London. I think like Chloe has stuff with her boyfriend, and I will be here doing work by myself. So that's so sorry, my actual camera just died, but I wanted to finish this before I have to head out. So I feel like the video will not be as nice right now, but maybe that's okay. Because I'm about to head out to the MCR for our last official bop of the term. It's rave themed. I've never been to a rave, have no idea what to wear to a rave. Particularly not translated down to MCR levels because I googled it and people just don't wear much of anything. It's a lot of just straight up bikinis. So I wasn't gonna do that. But I don't know what the raves are all about. But MCR will probably be much more chill than they usually are. But I started eating this maple sucker that Anika gave me, their sister brought back, and I probably shouldn't have done that right before we left, but it's good. Would recommend. So this is what I came up with for rave because we all just have sequin shorts lying around and I was like, that'll be good enough. So yeah, I'm gonna go. So yeah, I'm gonna head out and we're going to have the bar open and order pizza throughout the night. So yeah, should be a good time. Hello guys, so it is the day after the bop, which was really fun. It wasn't like super well attended, but I feel like the vibes were good, and a few of us sat around and played guitar. No, we played cards. It was a new game that I never played before. It was called Shitheads, and I don't know if it's like a British game, but all of the British people knew it, so I feel that it must be. But it was quite fun, not overly complicated, so I could actually follow along. But yeah, so that was fun. And then today I've just been cleaning my room, doing some stuff here, but I would like to get out, go for a walk. They have an absolutely insane Christmas market set up in Broad Street, and I would like to go check it out. It's a Saturday though, and the first day it's open, so I think it's gonna be really, really busy. So I'm just gonna see how irritated I am by people on my walk in to the city. and then decide. I might also go like read in a cafe or something, so that should be fun. Hello again, everybody. It is Sunday morning now. I've just been doing laundry and kind of working from home this morning because I have a call at like 4. So I think ahead of that, I'm just gonna stay here because I want to do it from here. And then afterwards, I might head to Pembroke, either work in the library or in the MCR, depending, because I'm setting up second dessert by myself tonight because both the food reps couldn't make it tonight, so I said that I would do it. So I'm going to be doing that. But yeah, I had a very like chill day yesterday as well. I just went to the independent cafe for a bit, had a coffee and read some stuff there. So that was fun. And then I just like got groceries and came home. I decided not to hang out at college because I was like, well, I need to pick up stuff for dinner anyway, so I'll just do that and then go back. And like just the time of day that it was, I was like, that makes more sense to do that. So that's what I did. And then today I was thinking about either going out earlier this morning before the call or going afterwards to the Christmas market on Broad Street. But it's just been raining all day, and it was raining all day yesterday too. So I was like, it's just not really like walk around in a big crowd, which the markets I assume are, the market I assume is quite crowded this weekend since it's opening weekend and just a weekend in general. So, you know, walking around with an umbrella, ramming into people, I was just like, in the rain, I was like, I don't know, that's really what I want to do, especially because like that one's going to be up for quite a while. So I think maybe I'll go tomorrow, because I'll definitely be like up in town tomorrow. So I might do that then instead. And like it looks pretty permanent, so I think it's going to be up there for a while. It just went like 0 to 100 compared to what they did last year. It's kind of crazy. Like they have a whole, it's supposed to look like a ski lodge, and it says ski lodge, and I think it's like beer taps and stuff out front, or maybe it's like, I'm sure they'll do mulled wine and everything too, so they'll have that. And then a bunch of like food stands, a 2-decker carousel, and all this stuff, so it looks quite fun. So I definitely want to check it out at some point, but probably not today. Yeah. What else did I do? Oh, last night I've been on like a kind of a horror kick, but not like hardcore horror. So I watched Ready or Not just because it was like one of the first things that came up on Netflix, and it's like, it wasn't that good, but it was entertaining, and it was like a lot funnier than I thought it was gonna be, because it's like a comedy horror thriller. Yeah, it's more like horror thriller vibe than just straight horror. But, you know, it's your classic rich people hunting someone for sport kind of vibe. The ending is a little silly, goofy, but, like, that was just kind of the vibe of the movie. So it's, like, moderately entertaining if you like those kinds of films. But yeah, today I've just been plugging away at some stuff here, so I'm going to continue to do that. And then head to college later this afternoon. But look at that. It's just been like so gray and drizzly. Like it hasn't been raining hard all weekend, but it's just kind of been like a constant trickle kind of vibe. So yeah, it's very like stay inside, watch Pride and Prejudice kind of weather. again, guys. So as you can see, I'm back in my room now, and the MCR was all decorated for Christmas. I think a couple days ago they did, like the committee and a couple people on the committee organized for people to decorate the tree together, which I'm sure was very cute. I wasn't able to go to it, but it looked very fun. And yeah, so the MCR is all done up for Christmas, and then second dessert was Christmas themed, so there was all this like British Christmas candy, which was really, really cute. So yeah, in a very festive mood and festive spirit, but I've just come back, gotten cozy again, and I'm going to just wash my makeup off and go to bed. So I'm gonna end the vlog here, say goodnight, and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video where hopefully I might be doing some slightly more entertaining stuff next week instead of just studying in various locales.